y'all see me down there doing my thing down there, okay? So the last time I went live the other day, and I was playing my little video, and I got banned for a whole hour. You know what I'm saying? A whole freaking hour I got banned because they said that this content that's playing right now, this video playing right now, was not my content. I'm like, what? Are you? That's me all day. That is me all day. What are you talking about? So, anyway, your girl is in the building, in the building, in the building. I'm in the building. Um, I do have a lot to talk about though, because it's a lot that's going on nowadays, you know. And I was trying to get, so I don't know if y'all know, right? Well, everybody should know that Stefon Diggs, of course, he was able to get, they found, the girl, found him not guilty of, I guess, supposedly felony charges that was going to happen, right? For him and the chef having an altercation. And so, you know, there was a lot of speculations that that's why he might have got dropped allegedly from the Patriots. I don't know. Patriots, right? It was the Patriots. So anyway, so now that he's done with that that case, he does have another case. I don't know what's going on with my camera. It's like not centered, so it's always something going on every time like I call myself trying to let me see something. Anyway, hopefully it is staying in. I don't know why it was going to the side like that. But anyway, so now that he's finished with that case, he does have some more cases. He does have another case that he is actually has to deal with or whatever. But now he's training now, right? So he's training right now. But I was talking to an agent, and I'm not going to reveal this agent because he does his clients. He does have some famous clients. But I was talking to him and I was kind of asking him about the whole that situation, and you know how they get these deals, and like, you know, when they say like like when a player gets a deal and they're guaranteed a certain amount of money, how does that work? So I was really trying to get him on the phone, but he said he had a lot of work to do tonight, so he wouldn't be able to come on the live via phone call. So hopefully next time I can get him and we can kind of hear him kind of tell us how all that works. Because what am I doing? Oh, yeah. Hopefully next time I can get him on the phone and he can kind of share how that works, or whatever. But anyway, I am so glad to be live right now. Y'all see how fabulous I am right now? I am so cute. I am so cute right there. Again, that would be playing without me talking. But again, I got banned for an hour for playing that. I don't understand how that happened, but I got banned. So I don't want to get banned because I always seem to get banned right when I start my live, right when people are coming in and everything's popping and the room is getting kind of hot. I get banned. And so I was talking to my agent and she said she's gonna work on something to make sure that like I'm kind of like not part of that little algorithm or whatever you want to call it, because it is kind of unfair. It is so unfair to actually be live and you're not doing anything wrong, and people will be reporting you. So they say people are reporting you and you're not even doing anything to go live. So I don't know. But if y'all are in here, make sure y'all are tapping this screen, sharing the live, getting this room hot for me, because I need all the help that I can get, okay? I need all the help that I can get. And today, I didn't put anything on top of my head. As many of you know, I love wearing different types of headbands. I didn't put anything on top of my head because I actually have some flowers in my head. Let me see. Maybe this camera will show it. Let me see if I can get this camera to show it. There you go. See my little flower? I got flowers in my head. So ready for the summertime, okay? Definitely ready for the summertime. I love the summertime. The summertime is the bomb, okay? I don't care what nobody says. The summertime is the bomb. My camera is off track. There it is. Don't know what's going on with my camera, but we gotta work it out. And it's not focused. What? Autofocus, baby. Let me see. There we go. But it's still picking up in that corner. Why is it picking up in that corner? I'm telling y'all, every time. This is why people have teams. This is why people have a team. And speaking of team, I was talking to somebody today and they was kind of telling me about these two girls, teamwork. Telling about these two girls. They actually had a podcast and one of them ruined the whole podcast, the partnership, because she decided she wanted to go behind her back and do some sneaky stuff. Let me see. Let me text my friend and see if he can tell me what the name of that girl group was. Hold on, let me text him right now. Hey, what's the podcast of the girl again? And we're gonna talk about that because I know here on Bigo there are a lot of people that pair up with each other and they partner with each other to have thank you. Oh, somebody said it in the chat. Let me see. Oh yeah, intrusive thoughts. Okay, so this must be a story. Intrusive. There it is. It came right up. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Intrusive thoughts podcast drama. Okay. Okay. Um. Oh no, that's not the same. Let me see. Intrusive thoughts. Hold on, because that came. Something else came up. Intrusive thoughts. What does anybody know the girl's name? Intrusive thoughts podcast. Let me see. Hold on. Intrusive thoughts podcast. Thoughts podcast. Let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Anyway, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for Memorial Weekend? I know I came on here 2 days ago and was like, oh yeah, Memorial Weekend is next weekend. Come to find out it's actually this weekend. The 25th is this weekend. And it's this weekend. So let me see something. Intrusive Thoughts podcast. Uh, there it goes. Oh, here it goes. Intrusive Thoughts podcast breakup. All right, and they got the names. All right, so let me go ahead and share. Let me go ahead and share. All right, here we go. So, intrusive thoughts. Callie Storm explains the intrusive thoughts show breakup. All right, so you have Callie Storm. She was let go from the Intrusive Thought podcast. She was actually blocked from all accounts and money by co-host GI. All right. So, but before we get into this, let me just say something really quick, right? Because from what I was told, my friend was sharing with me, he said basically these two girls, they had a podcast and it did really well because sometimes when you do have a podcast and you have, you know, multiple hosts, it can be a lot better because then, you know, you have different opinions. Like it just helps, right? It just brings variety and everything to um there we go. It brings variety to the show, right? And so, but a lot of times when you do have podcasts, everybody has different strengths, right? So you might have somebody on the podcast that's really good with the script writing. You might have somebody that's good with the marketing piece. You might have somebody that's just like a strong host, and then the other one is just a great co host. So you never kind of have two people with the equal abilities, right? And that's where a lot of the issues come in, right? Because people don't really know how to um, take their different strengths and their abilities and kind of balance it and work together and say, okay, you're good at this, so you do this, and you're good at that. Because at the end of the day, this is why they have different job titles in corporate America or different job titles anywhere you work, because different people have different skill sets. And so, based on your skill set, you're going to be good at this job, you're going to be good at this job. But in this situation, I feel though, in a podcast, if both people make the podcast great and maybe one is doing more than the other, that should be a conversation that's had, right? And so, and say maybe, okay, I do, when it comes down to the money part, right? But I feel like it should never be, if I'm your friend, it should never be a situation where I'm going to go behind your back and take this, even though if it was my idea, take this podcast and run with it and cut you out of the deal. So anyway, I was told that these two young ladies, Callie Storm and host G, maybe I think that's her name, were have this podcast, Intrusive Thoughts, very great podcast, and they were actually living together. Okay, and not only were they living together, but one of them has a kid. I need to figure out which one has the kid or whatever. Let's see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find it online, like something written before I actually play one of these videos. Because this story was just brought to me, so I haven't really had time to really like deep dive into it. But I want to get, like, I got a little bit of the backstory, but I kind of want to know who's who. So without it being any videos playing. Um, Okay, what really happened? So maybe this is X, so it's probably a video. All right, hold on, because I don't really want to play any videos until like I give y'all the backstory, because I just actually learned this story as well. So I want to make sure that I know exactly what's going on, without it being a video. Um, So I don't think I'll be able to find anything I can actually read to y'all. But I can tell you from what was told to me. So basically, these two young ladies, G and Callie, they have this podcast, Intrusive Thoughts. They're actually friends. One of them does have a child, so the other one kind of helps out with the child. Okay. The which one I need to figure out, it must be this one right here. Enjoy let's see what really happened. G and Callie. I'm trying to figure out which one is which. I need to know which one is which. So let's just play this
And
video
I
and
am
see
no
what she
longer
says.
with Intrusive Thoughts. Essentially, I was pushed out of the business as a partner and was offered.
Okay, I think I found something that'll help. So we can figure out at least which who's who. So I'm about to play this so we can figure out who's who. All right, let's go.
So, yes, I was with Intrusive Thoughts and I am no longer with Intrusive Thoughts. Essentially, I was pushed out of the business as a partner and was offered to be an employee.
They was the female version of Casey and JoJo.
Lou Young, not to be confused with Lou Old. At this point now, I gotta whoop your ass. Cause why are you involving my niece, my mama? What's your problem? You fucking 40 years old. I'm blocked on all social media.
She blocked on the show that they created
everything.
together.
She changed the name, changed the logo, changed all the passwords.
Did y'all live together?
Yeah, we live together.
Y'all roommates?
Yeah. Oh, but it gets worse.
Came with the name.
The name and the idea.
Yeah. She essentially made the business her. And she said it in her message. This is my business. Hurt like hell, because again, this is somebody that I thought would never like fuck me over or some shit like that. So when it happened, I was like, I really want to beat this bitch ass.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a full episode. So I still don't know which one is happened with G and Callie. I still don't know who is who. Does anybody know who's who? Which one is G and which one is Callie? Uh And somebody in the comments said you can kind of see it happening in real time when you watch the episodes. And then Omar C said that. And then somebody else in the comments said, I thought she had Ice Cube in a headlock. I was looking so fat. Oh, I don't know what that means. Okay. So I'm still trying to figure out who is who. Okay. So that's Callie. All right. So basically, Callie, thank you. So the girl that I just played was Callie, and Callie got kicked out of Intrusive Thoughts. So, and they were friends, they were living together and all this stuff, right? And um, so what happened was, okay, I guess G felt like, from what I was told, G felt like, well, this is what happened. Let me back up. G was doing a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to the marketing, the script writing, which makes sense because a lot of times, like I've met people and I've done a couple of podcasts, like I've had a couple of guests come on and they're really great hosts, but they're not really, they may not be good at marketing or they might not be good at writing the script. And so I would have to do a lot of the heavy lifting, like writing the script and coming up with the marketing and editing the videos to put on the social media platforms, which is cool because I love doing all that, right? And so I didn't have a problem with that. And so anyway, so a lot of times when these podcasts become really great and really good and they get a lot of traction, people who want to invest will come to whoever and say, "Hey, we want to give you a deal." You know what I'm saying? And this is how much money you're gonna make, and blah blah blah, and share all that. So apparently, I hope I'm saying that right, GI, she decides that she gets approached and she decides that she's gonna actually do all this and cut Callie out of the deal because supposedly she felt like Callie wasn't doing nothing. Callie don't write the script. Callie don't just basically saying Callie, I can do this on my own, right? I can hold this on my own. So like Callie was just saying, like she changed everything, she cut her out, just some egotistic type of thing because you got to realize you got to approach for your show because you were together, y'all two are together, and for you to actually decide that you're gonna do your own thing and then not tell your friend that that's what you're doing is so selfish to me because all they had to do was, and I don't know, this is what Callie saying happened. This is what I was told when they were talking about it today at work. All you had to do was kind of have a conversation and say, hey, Stacy, I got approached. They're offering us this. You know what I'm saying? They're offering us this. Uh, but I do feel like because I do most of the work, that maybe I should get more of the money. You know what I'm saying? And that's, to me, I feel like that should have just been a conversation. And then if, you may feel like, this ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe, then you have another conversation. You say, hey, you know, what's the problem? But to actually cut your friend out and, you know what I'm saying, not include her, and then like, and y'all live together, and then and this person has been helping you, and damn well this is how you all like actually, that having her on this with you is people like seeing both of y'all, and you just cut her out. It's just wild to me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why people do that. Like, they all of a sudden get this attitude like they're so much better than other people, like I'm so much better without you, not realizing like the reason why we're successful is because we do it together. You know what I'm saying? But people get the big head, and we see this all the time. What's up, Shy Baby? We kind of see this happen on Bigo, where they'll have shows and they'll start off with this person, this person, this person, and then somebody all of a sudden get the big head and be like, you can't do without me and this and that and this and that. Thank you, Shy Baby. And it's like, and they kind of ruin the show because it's like, why can't people just come in and be part of something and everybody can shine, everybody can do their thing and keep it moving? But let me see if I can play, because I think this is the full episode, but I'm definitely not paying this. But let's see, let's see, Callie Storm let go from intrusive thoughts. She was blocked. Um, let me see if I can. I just want to find a short, like a short video. Everybody does their little commentary on stuff like this. But I just find it interesting that like you ruin stuff like that. So here is something: Callie and G reveal their last intimate partner or the lack of. So let's play this video just so we can see,
Yeah,
you
not
know,
right
what
then.
their
Let's
podcast is about. So hold on.
be, let's
So,
be real.
What's the worst you ever been beat up by a nigga?
A nigga or my parents? Wait a minute.
A nigga. You mean to tell me a nigga ain't never put his hands on you?
Yeah, not
All right
like
then,
beat,
let's
though.
be real.
I ain't
Can
never
she
been
be
beat.
her next
Okay, tell me your
co-host,
worst
DM
beat
her?
story.
I don't
Go.
know, because
Or lack thereof. Go.
if she act like this and she cut
I was
people
grabbed
out,
by my
I don't
hair and
really
swung
know if
across
I
the
want to
room.
be on
By
somebody's
your hair?
podcast like that.
Or the
But
little hair that I had. 'Cause I
good
just went and
idea,
cut my
good
hair.
idea.
So
Lucky
subsequently,
you.
that was why I got my ass flung across the room.
Because you cut your hair.
Because I cut my hair.
And that is reason 3,262 that I don't want to be in a fucking relationship, because every little thing you do gets thereby demonized. Cutting your hair is a fucking reason to get slung by said hair or lack thereof.
And it's so crazy because they kind of look alike. Because even right now, I can't tell. Thank you for the hey Glock, what's going on? Right now, I can't tell who's who. You know what I'm saying? I can't really figure out like who's Callie and who's G. You know what I'm saying? But you see how when you have a partner, you kind of bounce off each other. So, like right now, if I had me a partner right now, or a co-host, I want to say partner, but if I had a co-host, like it would be great, right? It'd be great to bounce out. Even when people do PKs or even when people do their solo lives and they have people come up in the box and talk to them, it's like really entertaining because you hear that conversation, you get to talk about all types of topics, just like the panels, right? The panels here on Bigo. So, like, it just makes your live, like, you need support of other people to make your live come to life. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've gone in people's lives, and if it's just them by themselves, and then, like, nobody's talking, what do? We just leave and go to the next one, you know? But we love panels here on here. We love the shows that they have when they do have their different shows. We love all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Was somebody in the comments? CJ said in the comments, no, not her, the girl that was done wrong. What do you mean, the girl that was done wrong? I think I missed that comment. But again, you know, it's unfortunate that here they have this very, very good podcast and somebody decided, oh yeah, she took her off. Look at the picture. She took her off. Funny, wild, and thought provoking, intrusive thoughts. So they had 46K, let's just say 47K subscribers, 78 videos, which is really good. That means they've been working. But it looks like she still has them together on some of it. Because, of course, she's not going to take down any of the videos they have together because they probably have a lot of views. You know, but that's crazy. Like, how do you just cut your friend off? And then my thing is too, like, do they still live together? Cause what's up? Come in her box. Like, do they still live together? Oh, you saying be her new co-host? Hell no. No, thank you, CJ. Not so she can do that to me. I wouldn't want to do business with somebody like that. Cause I feel like that is totally shady. I don't know why this camera is not doing what it needs to do today. I need to see what's going on because when I needed to auto framing, hold on. Autofocus, autofocus, global. Because when I need it to do what it need to do, I don't need it to be in the corner because I'm such a perfectionist. I be needing my stuff to be right. HDR. Somebody's texting me. Let me see somebody. I hear somebody texting me. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I just need it to be, I need my close up to be centered because these settings sometime when I leave the studio, I try to leave the settings as is, but sometimes for whatever reason, um something happens. I don't know if my computer updates or what, but something happens and then I'm not able to just something happens and then stuff is not how it should. Cuz even and I know I'm going on a tangent right now, y'all, but even when I was testing out the music and stuff like that, it's for whatever reason the Bluetooth, like the speaker wasn't connected. And even right now, I am trying to figure out why when my camera does a close up, because I love the close up too, but it keeps going over there in that corner and not like centered on me. And maybe because it's picking up this picture, maybe it thinks this person is a person. Maybe they think this picture is a person and not actually me. So I'm trying to figure out why it's not picking up me. And I'm in the corner. See how I'm in the corner right there? That's not cool because I need it to be on me. So let me see something. Hold on, y'all. Let's take a moment to figure it out. Because I am a perfectionist. So while I figure it out, let me figure it out. We're going to play some music. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. Can y'all hear the music okay? Yeah, y'all can. Okay, so we're going to figure this out. And if I lose y'all, oh well. No, y'all don't go nowhere. Let me figure this out. Don't go nowhere. Y'all don't go nowhere. Let me figure this out. Y'all don't go nowhere. Let me figure this out. Y'all stay with me, okay? Let me see. Because it's not. Okay. Let me figure this out, y'all, real quick. Y'all can hear the music, okay?
And I'm going set crazy, exactly. I think I'm exact, yeah. On my free, I will fuck from the back, yeah. If it don't make sense, why always come back me, yeah. I'm hoping you look at the back. I'm funny, you got me a check. She coming up, totally staring. My air, how hard I can hear. I'm thinking there's love we can share. Just see how I have with her hair.
It must be. I honestly think it thinks that person. See, that's better. That's where it needs to do right there. Close up on me. I think it thinks this picture is a person. That's what I think it did. I think it thinks this person. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is. Because both in the frame, but I think I fixed it. Let's see. Let's see if I fixed it. Yep, because now it's on me. All right, now we can get back to the show. Okay, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. It's always something, I swear. It's always something. Anyway, but back to what I was saying. Like, I do think it's unfair when people, just sabotage. She just sabotaged the shit. You feel me? She sabotaged the whole show because I don't know. But, intrusive thoughts. Y'all let me know if y'all watch that show or not. And if, what they going through, do you feel like it's fair? Do you feel like because somebody, it might be their idea, they came up with the show or whatever, and so because they came up the show, they're the ones who can actually say, you got to go or you got to leave. I think nowadays people really need to have some type of contract, right? When they decide I'm going to be part of your show. This is going to be the contract. This is what we're going to do. And let it go from there. Because ain't no way I'm going to be making videos with you and these videos got 20, 30K, thousand and shit. And you decide you just going to cut me out. Mm-mm. And I've been helping you take care of your kids. And I've been like, what? What are we doing? No, not even about to happen. I can't. No, crazy. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Shout out to all the people here on Bigo who actually have shows. Y'all make sure y'all continue to work together because having shows on here, partnering up with people is a great way to grow your network, your net worth, you know what I'm saying? And one thing that, my advice that I want to give to people when y'all do have a show, try to stay as professional as possible, right? I understand some of these shows like they kind of be sipping on their favorite drinks or doing whatever, but when I tell you the more professional you are on here, the longer your show will have longevity, if that makes sense. And your show will be known for the actual content that it's supposed to be known for than the drama. But if you have a show on here and it's always drama, people are they're just going to talk about the drama and they're only going to come to your show to see the drama. And soon as you don't have any drama, people are gonna, like me, gonna be bored because I'm gonna be like, I came over here to see, you know what I'm saying? I came over here to see the show, you know what I'm saying? And especially when the show is good, the show will be good, and then all of a sudden somebody been drinking too much or something happens, and all of a sudden the show goes left. Like, why? Okay, it's working. It just zoomed in on me. Perfect. It was picking up that person. That's crazy. That's crazy. It was picking up that picture. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all tap the screen, share the live. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. My name is Stacey Michelle. Welcome to, I didn't even do the introduction. Welcome to Stacey Michelle's Corner. Boom. As you can see, so sensitive, so sensitive. The camera is so sensitive. Welcome to Stacey Michelle's Corner. There we go. We got it working. I am here. I am just talking, chit chatting. People like to say you got a podcast. I don't know. I think I have more of a digital talk show. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here. I like doing stuff like this. I like setting up studios. I like doing lights. I like doing editing videos. I like doing all that. And it's fun to me. So once I get big enough, I'm going to start charging people to do their sets and all that and get it going, get it cracking. But right now, I just signed to be not an agent, a host to an agency because I was a Beagle Bean Rush host. I just signed to be a host to an agency. And I'm trying to figure that out because minimum of 30 hours a month is a lot. It's a lot. Okay. It is a lot. But anyway, y'all, one thing I do want to talk about really quick is, of course, we heard about the breakup between Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, right? Well, apparently, Klay Thompson has broken his silence over the whole situation. There were a lot of people that were dragging Meg Thee Stallion, saying he would never. Of course, he cheated on her because he would never her lifestyle, whatever, how she is. He would never take her serious, and they try to say she's been with a lot of people in the industry and this and that, just kind of bashing her and not really holding the man accountable for just cheating on her, right? Or whatever. But that's neither here or there. So there's this video where Klay Thompson actually finally breaks his silence on them. Well, I don't know if he actually speaks, but I haven't seen the video yet, but he actually breaks his silence on the Meg Thee Stallion situation. So we're going to watch it together. Okay. We're going to watch it together and we're going to see if we're going to give Klay Thompson some grace, because at the end of the day, he still ain't shit for, like, you know what I'm saying? For what he did. So let's see what it says. Let me make sure the volume is up. Hold on. I'll be right by.
But instead of calming things down, it's made the situation even messier. Just days after Megan confirmed their breakup over trust and respect, Klay's legal team pushed back, calling the allegations false and a distraction from what really ended the relationship. Here's where it flips. A medical record tied to Klay's latest filing shows an injury date that places him in a completely different city. During the exact weekend, Megan says she caught him. Now, who do we believe? On Saturday, April 25th, 2026, the internet was just going about its business when a single Instagram story from Megan Thee Stallion changed the entire weekend. The rapper confirmed their split Saturday, shortly after alleging Thompson cheated in a message posted earlier via Instagram stories. The post didn't name Klay directly, but it didn't need to. Everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. She wrote in her Instagram story, "Cheating had me around your whole family playing house, got cold feet, holding you down through your horrible mood swings, and treatment towards me during your basketball season." She concluded by saying she needed a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. And then, just to make sure there was no ambiguity, no room for interpretation, Megan confirmed to TMZ via her rep, "I've made the decision to end my relationship with Klay. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in a relationship." And
Okay. So they already starting off messy, right? They're already saying that Meg the Stallion. And you just gotta laugh at it. Anyway, so basically they're already starting to say that Meg the Stallion is lying about the breakup and the time frame, because apparently when she said that she caught him cheating, Klay Thompson was actually dealing with an injury and not even anywhere to be cheating. That's what they're trying to say right now. So once again, they're throwing Meg Stallion under the bus. I don't know. Maybe this is, people say this is her karma. This is her karma because of what she did to, she lied on what's the guy name? Y'all know who the guy I'm talking about. She lied on him. So apparently this is her karma. I don't know, but let's see what else they got to say. Because I didn't realize this video was 21 minutes long. I don't know if I have that much
Klay
attention
Thompson
span,
has
but we gonna get through it. Hold on.
what the internet does. It zoomed in. The Instagram account Hoops Nation replied to the photos writing Klay, and that comment received more than 10,000 likes. Even Benefit Cosmetics got in on the speculation. The Dallas Mavericks star also leaned into the rumors, and soft launched his relationship with the Houston rapper at the time, posting a photo dump of a trip to the Bahamas. These two were dropping breadcrumbs, and the internet was eating every single one of them.
This
Then
sounds
came
like
the
right
official
now
moment. They
they're
made
talking
their
about
red
when they first got together and how they kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Tory Lane, that's it. How they first got together. It's talking about that. Of course, we know all that. How they first got together. That whole situation, they were dropping, like they said, little breadcrumbs to let people know, oh, we're together. We're an item. Check us out. So, let's see. Y'all still here with me? The chat is kind of quiet tonight, but let's go.
shot her multiple times in the feet, which led to Lanez's conviction 2 years later for assault. There were also legal battles with her old record label, and another relationship with the rapper Partisan Fontaine, who Megan also accused of infidelity. Partisan Fontaine later admitted to hiding text messages, but claimed he never physically cheated. After all of that, seeing Megan genuinely happy with someone felt restorative for the people who had watched her endure.
Okay, did y'all peep that? Like, why did they show Khloe Kardashian and Kobe Bryant, Vanessa? Like, what was that about? What's going on?
For one devastating blow after another. She wasn't just dating someone, she was openly, joyfully, loudly in love. On July 23, 2025, Thompson dropped the L word amid Meghan's golf date chronicles. Ever since I've been in love, my golf games reaped all the benefits, he said in social media posts. These weren't two people trying.
Oh, I can't do ads, y'all. Oh my God, I will pay to have ads. Had ads not. Can't do ads. Oh my God, they drive me crazy. Thank you for tapping the screen.
To play it cool. They were going public in every conceivable way. Joint workout videos on TikTok, golf dates documented.
Okay, we know all that. All right, we know all that. All right, so let's get up to, because again, I didn't know this video was that long. They be doing clickbaits like a mug. Let me turn these captions off. All right. All right. Let me see where we at.
Kind of gesture that cements public perception of a man who is all in, which is exactly what makes the alleged cheating so devastating. To the millions who watched this love story unfold in real time, when Meghan hit post on that Instagram story on April 25th, she did not just end a relationship, she detonated a cultural bomb. The shockwaves traveled through every major social media platform within the hour, and the response was unlike anything a celebrity breakup has generated in recent memory. Defending Megan Thee Stallion on the internet is not enough. We need policy change, one ex-user wrote, and above a report about President Trump's evacuation from the White House Correspondents' Dinner, one user responded, "Nobody gives a schrarn. We're all concerned about Meghan." The scale of the reaction was genuinely staggering. The breakup didn't just trend.
Yo, did y'all hear that? They was talking, a whole other situation was going on with the president at his little situation, and he was trying to dodge bullets. And everybody over here, we don't care. We want to make sure Meg is okay. We go hard for these celebrities, don't we? Oh my God. Oh my God.
It swallowed the internet whole. Megan Thee Stallion appeared to fight back tears during a Broadway performance of Moulin Rouge, just hours after revealing her split from Klay Thompson. The Houston rapper hit the stage like usual Saturday night, but as the crowd erupted in cheers for her during the end of the show, Megan appeared overcome with emotion, briefly pausing the performance. Fan-captured footage from her April 25 performance at the Al Hirschfeld Theater showed the Grammy-winning artist wiping away tears as she received a standing ovation. Still in costume as Zidler, Megan briefly turned...
Yo, I can't with this video. It is showing all types of random stuff going on. Like random people and all that. Let's get to him actually breaking his silence.
Relatively private off-court profile.
Vistaprint prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans,
Here we
like
go with
t-shirts,
the ads.
water bottles, and totes, so
I
everyone
think this
can
video is
gift it,
clickbait. We
work in
gonna all
it, and
find out
take
together
it,
if it's
whether it's
clickbait
one
or
of a
not.
kind or one for your whole team. If you need it,
Moments like this tend to pull that history back into public view. Despite the public nature of his relationships, Thompson has kept details about his romances private, with many of his breakups being confirmed through social media posts and unfollowing each other on Instagram. When he broke up with actress Laura Harrier after 2 years together, neither Thompson nor Harrier publicly commented on the breakup. When he was briefly linked to Eiza Gonzalez, neither party publicly confirmed a relationship. When his prior relationship with singer Coco Jones ended, the pair kept their relationship largely out of the public eye. The pattern is consistent. Klay Thompson does not talk about his breakups ever, but the podcasters and commentators aren't buying it. One podcaster said she believes Megan's side of the story and argued that some athletes date high-profile women mainly for global visibility. According to her, the relationship may have benefited Thompson's public image.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Because while I was looking that up, y'all, I did. What's up, Romy? I think that's Romy. What's up, Glock? So hold on, y'all. I just found something that said Mavericks Klay Thompson hit with wild $4 million Meg claim after breakup. So let me see. So Mavericks Klay Thompson hit with wild $4 million Meg claim after breakup. Off-court stories always find the Mavericks, and this one landed with the kind of noise that spreads fast across leagues. And honestly, people are talking about it everywhere from celebrity interviews to podcast channels. What made it stick was how specific it got. Not just romance, not just rumors. This time it's simply a boat, a price tag, and another WNBA player getting dragged into the drama for no good reason, which is true, right? Because people were speculating that they broke up because he was cheating with I guess this WNBA player, right? All right, so hold on. So let's see what it says. Sophia Cunningham, all right? Let me see something. Hold on. All right, so Sophia Cunningham gave this story its sharpest line on the Show Me Something podcast. Okay, that's not the girl he broke up with. I mean, that's not the girl he supposedly was cheating with. This is somebody on their podcast. All right. So instead of diving straight into the breakup drama, the Indiana Fever guard went right to the details fans remembered most. My main concern is like the boat name because he named his boat after her, Meg. So he's going to have to get that repainted. Oh, wow. So he even had a boat named after her. That's what I'm saying. Like, hold on. Like, that's the part I don't understand, right? It's like when people get in these relationships, and these relationships are really great, right? They're really good in the beginning. It's like, and you do all this stuff and you feel like, it's gonna last. And like they said he named the boat after her. Why not make it work? Like, why is it so easy to just break up? After all that, like, I named a boat after you, like, we moved in together, we announced our relationship online. Like, why do we give up so easy and just hear all the noise and then just break up like that? I don't understand. Okay, well, anyway, Cunningham also dropped some hot takes. She said he spent like $4 million on her. He's like, I'll never do that again. So apparently, this is another clickbait story. So apparently, that's what I'm saying. They be in these relationships and they spend all this money and people are all together and they do this and they do that. And then they just break up and it just ends just like that. May that love never find me. Ever, ever, ever. May that love never find me. May that love, like, I meet somebody and it's perfect and we're having a good time. And then all of a sudden, instead of communicating, instead of having a conversation to say, hey, this is going on, this is how I feel, and just having patience with each other, we just be like, man, bump that. I'm leaving. And all that time, because nowadays you got to think about it, right? Dating somebody for 4 months and it's a really good relationship, you having fun, feels like a year, okay? Because all your time, y'all are together all the time, having fun, spending at each other's house. So it feels longer than 4 months. And it's even worse when you break up and you try to get over on this person. That even feels even longer. So may the relationship that I find, and I know Romy and Glockiana are in here, may the relationship that I find, they love on me and it's great, because I don't want to have to go through stuff like this. And then another thing, I feel like, why even get with someone if you're not ready to be faithful? You know what I'm saying? Why even go through all that and you still want to cheat, you still want to be in the streets, you still, like, what? And I feel like with Megan, I guess it's like what happened? Because she seems like, I don't know her. I mean, I listen to her, I like a couple of her songs, but I'm old, and I don't want to say I'm old. I'm fabulous, and I can't really deal with a lot of the rump shaking and all that in your face and the twerking and all that. Like, I can't deal with that all the time, so I just have to kind of like find other songs to sing. But she's a very pretty girl and she seems like she's just a lot of fun. So I don't understand Clay's thought process if he did cheat on her, especially when she kind of said like, yo, I was helping you through your emotions and dealing with that. And that's another thing that kind of irritates me is like when you help somebody, when you're there for them, when everything's high, and then you stick out with them through their lows, and then they turn around and find somebody else to hang out with and just leave you high and dry. That type of stuff pisses me off like big time. Like I don't understand it. I don't get it. But anyway, like it says in this article, as for the split itself, Megan made it clear why she walked away. She said, I made a decision to end my relationship with Klay. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in a relationship. And when those values are compromised, there's no real path forward. I'm taking this time to prioritize myself and move ahead with peace and clarity. I wonder how she found out. I wonder if she was like in his DMs. Because sometimes we go looking for stuff. Sometimes we go looking for stuff and we find exactly what we're looking for and it just ruins everything. Because I can say a lot of times men will be men, and I'm not trying to be like a pick Misha because people be like, oh, she's a pick Misha, whatever. But the truth is, a lot of times when you're out and men are approaching you, they could be in a relationship, whatever, but they're just wanting this, they just want to talk. And so they naturally say, give me your phone number. Or they'll naturally follow you on Instagram, or they'll naturally be in your DM saying, oh, you look great. Oh, you look like, you know, that's what they do. Now, is it right? Like, it, you know, if their wives or their girlfriends see them like in your DM saying, oh, you look nice and I like this and heart and all, would it make their wives uncomfortable? I'm sure it would, because it would make me uncomfortable as well, or I feel some type of way. But I'm not about to go look for that. I'm not about to go, because I know it happens, right? We, like, in our minds, women, we should know, like, this happens. This is what men do. You know what I'm saying? They think with their head and not with their brains. You feel me? And they naturally, as men, they naturally like to look at anything beautiful. And they're gonna comment. And they're gonna talk about with their homies. And they're gonna say all types of stuff. Like I would with their homies now. They're gonna be like, man, I hit that, blah, blah, blah. They're gonna do that. But as women, we need to like really love ourselves and understand, like, if things are going great and I'm not looking for anything, I'm not putting anything out there, I'm not listening to my friends, I'm not listening to all these podcasts that say men ain't shit, like I'm literally putting good energy out there for my relationship, I feel like, why go looking for something? And this is a conversation that, you know, that's actually had a lot where people will be like, don't go looking for nothing, because when you go looking for something, you're definitely going to find it. So I wonder if she found something. I wonder if somebody told her something. And then I also wonder how she approached him about it, right? Because obviously, whatever we were watching, he didn't really break his silence unless I'm missing something. But I'm wondering what that conversation was like. Like, did she say, hey, this is what happened, are you cheating on me? Or did she just go off on the dude? I'm about to say another word, but did she just go off on him? And knowing Megan, I feel like maybe she just went off on him and he probably was like, yo, I can't take this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the article continued to say the situation with Thomas was just another bad news story to add to the challenging season he was having in Dallas. So he probably had a lot going on. I do remember hearing somebody podcast or some people talking, or maybe it was a clip or something that said he didn't stop having issues with his basketball career until he got with Meg. And then I think that was somebody's, I think Plugs Live. Shout out to Plug Nation, my family. I think I was in Plugs Live, and Plug was saying, I think somebody was saying like his homeboys were probably like his teammates were probably like, hey Romy. They probably were like, hey, Maybe like, what's up with you and this girl named Megan? Because a lot of times, y'all dudes, y'all be sabotaging stuff too, and y'all be hurting y'all homeboys in their relationship as well. Because y'all be in there like, well, she used to mess with such and such, and she used to do that, and why would you do that? Like, y'all be hating too. People just be ruining stuff, and so maybe that's why. What CJ say, sexy? Maybe that's why. Y'all make sure y'all tap the screen if y'all hearing. Maybe that's why they broke up, because maybe it was his homeboys. But I don't know. I kind of liked them, and I did kind of like them together, to be honest. Like, I really did. Um, and then it's another thing, like when you meet the family, and then you go through the breakup. I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It can become a lot, y'all. Cause at first I was like, when I saw his mom, I was like, she probably like, son, like, of all people, why her? Cause I don't know if I would really like the fact that my son brought home a girl who has her ass all over the internet. Like, I'm one of them parents. I'll be like, boy, you could, of all these women out here, you couldn't find this what you found? I would be hating. All right, but here's another story. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. All right, so we know, and let's keep it real, and this is not to be like hurtful, or what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just gonna keep it real. Black people are amazing. I'm amazing. Black people are very creative. We set the trends. From the music to TikTok. If y'all know, when TikTok first started, a lot of those videos were from rap videos, black music, you know what I'm saying? So we know we got the flavor, right? And y'all all know about Bad Barbie, right? And how she gets down, right? They try to say she cosplaying, she wants to be black, and everything she does is black. All right, whatever. But how do y'all feel when other races, and this is for anybody, well, this is for black people, black women, how do y'all feel when you see another race wearing like the braids, lemonade braids, the jumbo braids, like the braids, because the braids is our thing, you know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about that? Now, I know y'all don't know if y'all remember, but there was an incident when Kim Kardashian she actually rocked braids, cornrows, and she got a lot of backlash from it. And people tried to say, because Bo Derek, if y'all don't know Bo Derek, she was like this famous model. Bo Derek did it, right? But she did get a lot of backlash. And let me see if I can pull up a video of her. So it was Kim Kardashian and the cornrows. Let's see if they show a picture, just so y'all remember. Okay, here we go. So here's Kim Kardashian with the cornrows, right? And she received a lot of backlash. Okay, here it is. She wore cornrows at the 2018 MTV Movie and TV Awards. And this, shout out to y'all, because it's got to be hard to, not only as a teenager, first of all, you're trying to find your identity, you're trying to fit in. It's so much coming at you. What beauty standards are, this or that. You got to look like this. If you got natural hair, you're trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Should I wear my hair natural? Should I get a relaxer? Should I get braids? Like, you're dealing with all that. Then to also have to deal with, every time you go online, you see a white girl cosplaying a black girl, but she's getting all the praise. She's like, because when you do it as a black girl, online, you're like, I don't know. Like, when you're twerking or when you're wearing your leggings, it's like, why she do that? But then when a white girl does it, or It's like, oh, look at her. She got rhythm. She can come to the barbecue. And again, I'm not speaking negative. I'm just speaking the facts. Like, but shout out to all y'all beautiful black girls out there, high school, middle school, elementary school. Y'all are beautiful. Just know that when you see stuff like this, black is beautiful and black girl magic. Never forget that, okay? When they do stuff like this, like they say, Michelle Obama says, when they go low, you go high. You just be like, that's right, girl, black girl magic. You want to be like us. You want to be like me, okay? And black is beautiful, all right? Uh, yeah. So I don't know that right there. Whoo. Mm-mm-mm. Now I didn't really have to deal with stuff like that because I went to an all-white high school and I definitely struggled. I'm gonna say I struggled. I didn't really struggle. I'm gonna put it like this. I struggled internally because I got treated fairly, but I struggled internally because I didn't really have any friends. And so when they would do stuff, I just kind of would have to fit in, like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of struggled with that. But I didn't have to deal with anybody trying to be black. Like, I didn't have to deal with, like, the girls trying to be black. I didn't have to deal with that. So, but again, y'all girls, young girls out there, y'all are beautiful. And don't let nobody tell you you not. Don't let nobody be like, whatever. Don't let them do that to y'all. You hear me? Okay? Y'all hear me? Anyway, moving along, moving along, moving along, moving along. Let's see. I have another story I want to talk about. Let's see if I can find it. Ooh, let's talk about this one. Okay. So we know that there are young teachers out there, right? We know that. We know we got young teachers out there. And these young teachers, we know that they like to dress up. We know they like to, you know, I'm gonna put it like this. Years ago, what was considered professional attire or corporate attire is totally different than what is considered professional attire right now. Okay? So, and I'm going to show you a picture. Let's see if I can find one. All right, let's just say 2000s. I'm going to do 2000 corporate professional attire for women. All right, let me see. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. Okay. So as you can see, this right here would be considered corporate attire. Okay. This is corporate attire. This is corporate attire. Okay. This is back in the day. This is corporate attire. This is back in the day. Now, okay, here we go. 2000 business. This is corporate attire. In the 2000s, this is what corporate attire actually looked like. Let me zoom in so y'all can really see. Okay, this is corporate attire. Now, this is still supposed to be corporate attire, right? Corporate attire, right? Corporate attire. 2000 corporate attire. Corporate attire. Nowadays, let's pull up what corporate attire looks like now. So I'm going to put 2026 corporate. Let's see what comes up. Images. They're probably going to show the same thing. Okay, they still show the same thing, but let's just go to this. Let's just go to this story because I don't know if y'all remember that girl. Her name, they called her Teacher Babe. Teacher Babe. And how she was getting like a lot of backlash on her attire. All right, so I got her Instagram right here, Teacher Babe. But let's go to this story first, right here. So this teacher showed up like it was girls' night out, and let's see. I think it's a mosquito in here. Oh my god, I'm being attacked. So let's go and see what this says.
Hammy tank top with your little tie front bolero and your nicest pair of gaucho pants. You'd walk down the hallway only to have your mom stop you mid-hallway to dash your dreams by saying,
"It's school, not a fashion show."
Every diva was told that phrase. But apparently, some people have not received the memo. Enter Miss Williams, or as the internet is calling her, Teacher Bay, this week's main character. Welcome to Tyler's Kitchen, the world's first anti-cooking show where I talk about my interests, which include but are not limited to feminism, pop culture, history, and random shit I see on the internet with a few more jokes than is necessary and or appropriate. Do you like this dress? Isn't this dress amazing? I got it from Armoire. Also, my bangs are grown up. Remember my struggle haircut? We're finally recovered from the struggle haircut. Teacher Bay, aka Ms. Williams, is a middle school teacher who has recently gone viral for her questionable school outfits. Her looks range from business casual to Socratic seminar at 7, bottle service at 9. And of course, the internet has erupted into outrage faster than a girl from your hometown can reshare Taylor Swift's engagement photo. And because we're talking about a teacher, we're making homemade apple caramel cookies. Caramel. Yeah, I said it. These look amazing. We'll see if we can make it happen. So step 1 is to a Stanley Cup addiction and teach first grade. We've got student faces, and the teacher shortage right now is so bad that 74% of teachers report taking on extra duties due to vacancies. Okay.
Oh my god, here go the ads. Y'all can tell I ain't have time to write this script, because if I'd have known all these ads was coming in here, I would have definitely got it together. Because I don't like that.
I'm Matt Swigert here at Holdfast HQ. As you guys know,
So I've mixed in my eggs, 3 tablespoons
And besides,
water
and
or
she's
milk.
talking
I have
a
almond
lot.
milk, which is kind of
Let's
both.
just get to
82%
Teacher
of
Babe.
teachers
All right,
have
anyway, so she is talking about the same girl I'm talking about, Teacher Babe. And I found Teacher Babes. All right, her name is Teacher Babe Patrice Brown. All right, this is her. This is Teacher Babe's attire. And so I don't know if y'all remember, but this was the actual photo where it went viral. Okay. People were like, is she around my kid like that? Like, what is going on? Right? She naturally, Black women tend to have a shape. So we're naturally going to look shapely in our stuff, right? We're naturally going to look shapely in our stuff. But when does it cross the line from professionalism to like just this? Because I feel like nowadays, because everything is so sexualized, everything, I mean, even the kids like have access to all, like, just so much is going on right now. I feel like we need to, as adults, really tone it down when it comes to being around kids. Because even in this look right here, I feel like it would have been great if she had like a cardigan that kind of covered up her butt. You know what I'm saying? Or even if she didn't have nothing to cover up her butt, her shirt should have probably been a little bit bigger. Like, but everything that she has is situating her figure, so the shirt goes like that and then the pants go like that, so you see her shape. And I just feel like that is a lot. But this is the actual picture that actually went viral. That's why she has it pinned up here like this. So let me see. This outfit doesn't look bad. Let's see if she's standing up. That doesn't look bad. But again, you can see she has the shape. Okay, she definitely has the shape. Maybe this might be a little bit inappropriate. Let me see. Because I actually wear dresses like this at work, but I work in an office full of adults. So, you know, but can we be mad at her? Okay. Then you got people all in the comments. Can you teach me? Like, here she go. She probably wore this to work. Talking about couldn't decide if I wanted to wear the blue, red, or burgundy pants. Anywho, keep it cute and shop Teacher Babe collection. You know what I'm saying? That don't look bad, but then again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like it is kind of unfair. I think to me, I feel like it's unfair and it's selfish. It's selfish because if especially if you know kids, even if they are small, even if kids are young, they still they still have minds, you know what I'm saying? Like the and no telling what they see at home. So yeah, teacher babe, what y'all think? Y'all think this is cool or not? I don't know. I would no. But, look how they dress. Why can't she dress like that? It's school. Why can't she just be plain Jane? Why does she have and she don't even have to be plain Jane. She don't have to be plain Jane. She really don't. But make it like appropriate. Like I don't as a parent, I don't want to come pick up my kid and I'm like, what what y'all got going on over here? You know what I'm saying? God, that would drive me crazy. And then people would be like, "Oh, you're just a hater. You're just a hater." Am I a hater? Or am I just a little uncomfortable? And as a parent, it's okay for me to express that I'm uncomfortable that this teacher is walking around. Especially if I had a son. Oh my God. If I had a small son in her class, he wouldn't be in her class. I ain't even lying. I ain't even gonna lie about it. He wouldn't be in her class. He definitely wouldn't be in her class. Cause, I couldn't. I would be so just, that would piss me off so much. So much. I don't know. That's just me, y'all. That's just me. Cause it's hard enough now trying to raise kids and trying to monitor their Facebook pages, not Facebook pages, but their social media accounts, their phones, because you want to give your child a phone if they're age appropriate, because you want to make sure you can be able to be in contact with them. But to have to just deal with all that extra stuff, and then now they're going to school where the teacher dresses like this, like she's going to the club. Like, no, not even going to the club, but I feel like what she wears should be in an adult workplace. Not around kids, especially not around high school. So thank God she's not teaching high schoolers, because them kids would go crazy if she was teaching them. Oh my God, they would go so crazy. All right, here's another story I want to talk about. Plastic surgery, y'all. Plastic surgery and just all things plastic surgery. Now, the rule of thumb for plastic surgery is to not get any type of plastic surgery, any type of surgery when you are young, when you're still developing. And this goes for the women. Like when you're still developing, the rule of thumb is don't go get your butt done. Don't go get some boobs, because when you get around 24, 25, and maybe 20, you start to develop. Then after you have a child, all that womanness is going to come out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What do you say? Can he hold it? I don't know what that means. CJ said, can he hold it? I don't know what that means, but make sure y'all tap that screen for me. Okay, we are almost done, y'all. Make sure y'all tap that screen. So anyway, so yeah, the rule of thumb is when you have, the idea of getting plastic surgery is to get it when you're a little bit older, like after you had a baby, you're not going to have any more babies. You get a mommy makeover, a breast lift, all that, right? So, but nowadays, of course, we know young people who still have a lot of collagen in their face, a lot of firmness to their face, are they're getting Botox, they're getting fillers, they're getting stuff in their face. And what happens is, I was watching this plastic surgeon, he said what happens is when you're young, your face is tight, it's full, you have collagen, it's firm, and you may have, depending on your genes, your structure, you may have a little bit of wrinkles, but you're still young enough to get creams and stuff. And especially if you eat right. I find that if you don't eat meat for a long period of time, everything clears up. You become brighter. I mean, meat for whatever reason is very toxic in our bodies. It creates mucus, and so we know mucus, it creates inflammation. But anyway, so when you don't eat meat a lot, everything becomes really clear. Like your skin becomes bright. That's why when you see people who are vegans, a lot of times when they're vegans and they exercise, like their skin is just clear and they're bright and it's glowing, and a lot of times they don't even have to wear makeup. You know, their hair is shiny. Like everything about them is just beautiful. All right. Anyway, so the plastic surgeon was saying, like, when you're young and your face still has collagen and all that fullness, firmness, when you go put those fillers in, now you're actually like stretching your face, right? You're stretching your face because now you're putting something in to make it more firm, more puffier, fluff. I don't want to say puff, fluffier. You know what I'm saying? Like you're stretching your face at a young age. So by the time you get old and you've already started this practice, so every time it starts to look different, you go get some more, and you go get some more, and you go get some more. So by the time you get in your 30s and your 40s, that's why now when we see these people with plastic surgeons and they look, oh, so that's how you get so fine? Of course, because, you know, I'm in my 50s, y'all. Well, I will be 50 in November, so yeah, if that's what you want to say. So anyway, look at that close up. Look at that close up. Look at that close. Anyway, so what happens is, because they've been putting these injections, these fillers and stuff in their face, by the time they get 30 and 40 and they've been doing it all this time, their face becomes saggier. So now the fillers don't work anymore because everything's like stretched out. So now they go get plastic surgery, and now that's why they all walking around like this. Because there's nothing else to do but to take your face and make it look like this, because you have you have nothing. So this doctor, and this may be the same doctor that actually talks about why young people should wait to get plastic surgery, like, and that's why you see people like Nia Long and Regina King. Like, let me pull up their pictures, okay? Because I know now Nia Long does get some type of, she gets stuff done to her face now. Because you can kind of tell, sometimes you can tell. But here's Nia Long, right? Matter of fact, I'm just going to go to her Instagram. Because bump these pictures online. Let's just go to her Instagram. Because I follow her on Instagram. And I mean, like, but she has a right to do it because she's in an age now where she can. But look how beautiful she is. And she's a L'Oreal model. Not L'Oreal. Yep, Estee Lauder. Look at her face. Look at this lady. Look at this lady. And let me see how old she is. Let's see how old is Nia Long. Does anybody know how old she is? How old is Nia Long? I need to give me a touchscreen. 50 freaking 5 years old. Look at this lady. Look at this lady. This is recently at the 2026 Met Gala. Look how great she looks. Because she didn't do all that crazy stuff to her face. Because I'm 50, she's 55, so we along the same, like, that plastic surgery stuff wasn't a thing for us, right? Us black women back then. Like, having big butts and implants, that wasn't a thing. Like, that wasn't a thing. It was like, the more natural you were, the more beautiful you were back in the day. Like, the pixie haircuts, like the Halle Berry haircut, stuff like that. That's what was a trend for us. You know what I'm saying? Look how great she looks, y'all. Oh my God. Like, for real? For real? This how I'm gonna be. Okay? Look at her. All right. Also, who else? Regina King. Let me pull her up. Regina King. Or is it Regina Hall? Regina King, her too. Her too, and then it's Regina Hall, but Regina Hall is the one I want to talk about because she is so, oh my gosh, she's like a ball of energy. Regina King, let's pull up her. She's another one. I mean, look at that. And granted, she has on makeup, but oh my God. Oh my God. Like, what? 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 Wow. Let me pull up Regina Hall, because that's who I was really talking about. I like Regina Hall. But again, like these people, they get me at work when I say you people, these people. Look at this. Look, not right here. Hold on. That Kevin Hart roast, I heard that was a hot mess. Look at her. Like, for real? Tracy Ellis Ross. Like, look at these women. Oh my God. Shout out to all the beautiful black women. I'm just giving y'all love today, okay? Shout out to all the beautiful black women today, because let me tell you something. Y'all, man, it's amazing. This is so amazing. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. So amazing. Look how beautiful she looks. And I'm among that. Let me do my close-up. Hold on. Let's get the close-up. Let's get the close-up. Let's get the close-up. Y'all see it? Feeling myself a little bit. What's up, Billy? What's up? 897-844-846 in the building. Y'all make sure y'all tap the screen, share the live, do something, send a bean. I don't even care. It don't matter. I'm Stacey Michelle. This is Stacey Michelle's Corner. I just love coming on here talking. But again, so basically, you know, this plastic surgeon, he's talking about like what happens when you just basically ruin your face. Which is, and it's not funny, but it's because it's actually kind of sad, because, you know, to go get plastic surgery to the point where you look like somebody totally different. Okay, but check this out. So he's going to actually, a doctor reacts to Juju Doe Pix. Okay. And I don't know who Juju Doe Pix is, but let's see who Juju Doe Pix is before I pull it up, because she looks like a totally different person. Okay. So Juju Doe Pix. Oh, this is Juju Doe Pix. Y'all check this out. Wait. Hold on. This is Juju Doe Pix. Oh man. Oh man.
Pelo menos eu fiquei loira. Olha que lindo, ficou babado, né, gente? Podem falar o que quiser agora. O peito ficou muito bonito.
Tá linda, tá linda.
Olha que...
Bom, pessoal, olha aí, ó. Primeiro,
né? Já estarei dando de mamar.
So y'all see, that is Juju Doe Pix. Okay. This is her, I guess they want to call it botched surgery. Now, shout out to her for still having the courage to come online, share her story, just kind of, you know, have people just seeing her like this. But this doctor, he actually is going to explain. He's going to explain, you know, kind of what happened. And because as you can see, this right here is the before pictures. This is what the lady used to look like. Let me see if I can find something online. Before and after pictures. Okay, before and after. So this is kind of her before and after. You see? And that's what they were talking about, like how these fillers, how these fillers actually like ruin your face. You know what I'm saying? Before and after. Okay? Oh my God. And that's when I be like, where are your friends? Your friends don't tell you like what's going on, but let's watch. Let's listen to the doctor. Let's
Then hopefully back to... How does somebody go from this to this and then hopefully back to this? Her name is Juliana Oliveira, but she is widely known as... And in 2017, she had...
Hold on, I was trying to turn the captions off, but let's...
How does somebody go from this to this and then hopefully back to this? Her name is Juliana Oliveira, but she is widely known as Juju Dopix. And in 2017, she had upwards of 7 ounces of mineral oil and laxatives injected into her face. And no, this is not the work of Dr. Charles Lee, but a fake doctor. And not surprisingly, her body reacted aggressively to the mineral oil, creating a ton of scar tissue and inflammation. Now, after her initial major reaction, this is how she looked like. Unfortunately, as time went on, you can see the swelling got worse and things started to droop. So she made the decision to have plastic surgery to try to remove these masses. But the problem with this operation is that when you have extreme inflammation like this, these masses can feel and actually look like concrete.
Even the toughest cowboys get heartburn, but I don't fool around with silly antacids. I ride with Rolaids Max Strength, 1,500 milligrams of acid-neutralizing power for serious relief.
Am I a cowboy now?
No. Rolaids spells relief.
And because this was injected into her face, it was most likely injected around all the blood vessels, nerves, and the muscles of the face themselves. Removal of those masses could cause permanent damage to the face. If the nerves are damaged, it can create a nerve palsy where parts of the face just won't move afterwards. But that did not deter her plastic surgeon, Dr. Mara, from taking the chance and operating on her to help improve her quality of life. So how did she do? Well, here she is directly after surgery, and you can see she has incisions in her nasolabial folds and underneath her chin, where they elevated the tissue and tried to remove as much of that mineral oil and those masses as they could. And here she is more recently. As you can see, she's still healing, she's still swollen, but hopefully looks a little bit better. The plan is to perform several more operations down the line, so she can hopefully look closer to this eventually. I wish her and her plastic surgeon the best on this very difficult and tough journey.
I definitely play a lot with genres. You know, at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a South African.
Oh my gosh. So basically, it was a botched surgery. All right. It was a botched surgery. It is a brutally botched surgery where she put mineral oil in her face, injected mineral oil into her face. This is her before, and that's her before. And she was pretty before. Oh, man. Oh my goodness. Totally different oh, wait, y'all can't see. My bad. My bad. Y'all can't see. Hold on. Let me start all over because I didn't know y'all couldn't see. So of course this is her before. This is her before. Look at this. And you could tell this is when she was young, and that's why they're saying, like, when you're young, your face is already full. You already have a full face. You already have collagen and stuff in your face, so you don't really need anything. But it's the trend. You know what I'm saying? It's the trend. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look how pretty. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Oh. And you know, I'm watching Real Housewives of Atlanta on Peacock. And so I'm watching, when I say Peacock, because it airs on Sunday and then that Monday you can watch it on Peacock. And the most recent episode, or the episode before this last one, K. Michelle, if y'all don't know, K. Michelle actually had illegal injections. She admits it. She had illegal injections into her rump. Okay. So she have a big rump. And so over the years, she's just been having complications, and she's always going to have complications because when you put like the silicone and those illegal injections into your body, you can't really take it out because that stuff starts to break up and spreads all over your body. So it's just all over your body. But anyway, she said she was at this event And if you have Peacock, you can go watch that episode or whatever. She was at this event. It was like a country music award show type event type of thing. And basically she was sitting down because she was waiting to perform. So she was sitting down. And so when it was almost time for her to perform, she got up, all right, and was headed to the back or whatever. And when she got up, the whole like seat or whatever, her whole dress was wet, but she didn't feel anything. Like she didn't feel like she peed on herself or anything like that. So when she got to the back, they was trying to blow dry her dress. She realized that her butt had ruptured. Like it had whatever, a wound had ruptured. And so it was leaking. Her butt was leaking, but she didn't feel any type of pain, which is crazy. She didn't feel anything. She just felt the wetness. You know what I'm saying? And so she was really on there because she was like very emotional. I wish I could pull it. I probably can find it while we sitting here waiting. But she was very emotional because she was just saying like, she was kind of mad at herself. She's like, I can't believe I did that to myself, but it was one of those things when she was, like I said, this was after me because she's younger than me. This is one of the things where they said like, in order, and I remember she said it one time. She was like, she got it because she was told like, oh, you can make more money if you get your butt done. This is the look that they're going for. So let me see. Let's see if I can find a little clip of it. Here it goes. K Michelle disintegrating butt and her issue with Portia. Well, they're going to talk about more, but I want to see. It would be great just to see that particular clip. And I don't know, maybe they're not going to play it on here because on YouTube now you can't really, like, these podcasts on YouTube can't really play stuff and not get demonetized because copyright issues. But let's see, maybe X has it because I know X plays. Let's see if X will play for me. All right, I'm already logged in. So let's see if I can get it to play for me. Because it's really sad to hear, like, just the things that as a woman we have so much we have to go through. Let's see. I know X probably somebody playing it on X. Let me see. Let's see, you put stuff like this on X, and you put something like this on X, and all types of stuff. Let me see. Episode. Anyway, so she was on there just basically kind of crying and saying like how she wished she didn't do that to herself. She because now she's suffering. She's gonna be suffering forever because she basically said there's no way to oh, here it is.
They just sitting looking stupid. And not Phaedra trying to fan you. We're a church fan.
He be playing with me.
That was the first
Then
time
when I get to
over.
cursing, then okay will be crazy. I am heartbroken. I watch these women who have dealt with things from gossip try to judge me.
That vagina is clean.
I don't know. This one might be a little scent.
Talk about a rumor that a disgruntled ex said 8 years ago. I already know who you've contacted, what blogs you've called. To go read that and want to spread that, I think that is very disheartening, and that shows the character of these women. The trauma that was caused by the rumor, it really hasn't gotten better. I can say, I'm healed, like a lot of people, but I haven't, and I don't know when I will. I'm not going to let y'all keep playing in my face like I don't hear, like I don't see. Leave me be. Because it keeps building up. And when it gets to where it needs to get to, I'm going to curse all them the out.
Okay, this is not the actual episode. So I don't really know where to find it at, but it's definitely on there. she talks about like just having to deal with that. And that's the thing people don't talk about. Like when they get these plastics, when they get these butt injections, or when they go get these BBLs, there are a lot of, while it looks pretty, it, first of all, the recovery from what I heard is hell. Like I heard they can't sit on their butts. Like you can't really sit on your butt. You got to go get these crazy intense massages cuz you got to make sure like the fat is being like distributed evenly through everything. Like it's not an easy thing to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is like, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? Because I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's worth it because I guess they're making money. They're making money off of it. So I guess. Okay, last story I want to talk about because then it's going to bring me to 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours a day. We got another part-time job in the building. We got another part-time job in the building. All right, 2 hours a day. Here we go. All right, so shout out to Plug and Plug Nation. My whatchamacallit, the founder of Plug Nation, my family that I'm in. Shout out to him. We were actually having a conversation talking about Diddy. As you know, Diddy is still incarcerated. And the conversation was just kind of talking about like when he gets out of jail, he's still going to have money. He's still going to be able to make money. He's still going to have some type of respect, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Right. All right. So, we're going to, and it's funny because you know how your phones be listening. They be listening. These phones be listening like crazy. So anyway, I came across this article and it's actually talking about, every career ended by Diddy. All right. Basically, this article is this video is actually talking about, you know, his energy and how like everybody that he worked with Biggie and everybody, how all of their careers are now like nothing.
Of how much damage he did. As of May this year, Diddy's been in federal lockup for 20 months. He got a 50-month sentence back in 2025, and after time served, it was calculated he would get out on May 8th of 2028. However, Diddy's release date kept getting moved around, and at the time of writing this, it's been pushed up to April of 2028. Also on April 9th, Diddy's legal team submitted an appeal requesting an immediate release, or at the very least, a shortened sentence. Now, people are not happy with this. Not only do they see him as bad for society, but they also see his release as disrespectful to all of Diddy's victims. And all this made me sit back and wonder just how many people have been victimized by Diddy over the years. And spoiler alert, it's a lot, way more than the courts say. Because of that, today we're diving into all the artists whose lives got ruined because of the infamous diddler. Who did Diddy financially ruin because they wouldn't give in to his sexual demands? How did Diddy's actions get a rapper sent to prison for 9 years? And how many star artists have permanent trauma due to Diddy abusing them? My name's Poncho, the host of Rap Lore, and we're gonna dive into it right now.
I'm vivacious, eccentric, and I'm a Scorpio.
As I was writing out the list of people Diddy did dirty, I had a realization. The list is absurdly fucking long. Diddy has over 70 lawsuits from individual accusers, and who knows just how many more people that haven't come forward yet. Because of the sheer number of victims there are, I'm gonna focus this video specifically on bad boy artists who Diddy ruined. A topic on other accusers and artists from other labels will be a video for another day. With that said, we're gonna take it from the very beginning of Diddy's start in the industry and his early days of terror. Diddy first got his start in the music industry as an intern at a label called Uptown Records. He worked for free, taking the trains multiple days a week from Howard College in DC to New York just to be in the mix. His ear for talent quickly let him rise through the ranks, becoming hired as an A&R after a few months of interning and then a VP at the company at age 22. His aggressive attitude got him fired in 1993, shocker, and that became the catalyst for him to launch his own record label, Bad Boy Records. Records. For the first time, this made him be the boss of everything and also gave him the power that would ruin countless lives in the future. Bad Boys Run in the 90s produced a bunch of stars, most notably Biggie, Mace, Faith Evans, and 112. However, Bad Boys' roster was much larger than this, and the people who weren't stars faced a whole different reality from Diddy. This led to a phenomenon known as the Bad Boy Curse, where everyone who was signed to Diddy's label met a tragic end. And it wasn't an accident that this happened. Diddy systematically set up his business in order to screw over everyone who signed to him. And the ways he did...
See, and that is why a lot of people feel like what he's going through, even though he didn't get charged for the RICO charge, he did lose his access to the free world. Okay. And they're saying that this is his karma. Now, if you haven't watched the documentary, I don't know why, because it is very, very good documentary. The one that has been executive produced by 50 Cent on Netflix. It is really, really good. And so you should watch it, but let's watch on.
Did it were absolutely evil. First, the contracts were horrible. The industry already has a reputation for having lopsided deals. However, Diddy's contracts were on a whole different level. Every detail of how they were structured was set up to squeeze artists for everything they have. First, the recruitment terms were an absolute nightmare. For anyone who doesn't know, recouping in the context of record deals means that the artist has to make the label back the money that it invested into the artist before they start earning their own royalties. A typical label artist royalty split is somewhere between 15 to 25% to the artist, with the rest going to the label. The artist would then have to pay back their potential 6-7 figure loan only using the 15 to 25% that they have. So on a $1 million deal where the artist gets 20%, the artist would have to earn $5 million in total to have their 20% pay back the million. Then the artist would see their first penny from their music, but still only keeping 20% of the full royalty pool. As terrible as that is, that's the average recording deal. Now enter Diddy in the picture, who found a way to make a bad deal even more foul. Remember all those flashy, shiny suit videos that came out in Bad Boy's heyday? Those super high budget professional products that were made under Diddy's direction? Yeah, he charged all of those expenses to the artist, along with recording time, lifestyle expenses, marketing costs, and everything else imaginable. Diddy paid for this lifestyle with the artist's money and budget, and then forced the artist to pay him back with their music. Now, it's easy to think, why on earth would anybody sign this? Which is a very valid question, but unfortunately it's a question Diddy thought of too, and he had a dark solution for. Diddy hired lawyers to back the label and protect its interests, and then recommended those same lawyers to the artists that he would sign. Then on top of that, any chance an artist would have to make a big song that could pay Diddy back, Diddy would swipe out from underneath the artist's feet. Diddy was notorious for inserting himself into artist projects. Not only did he appear in music videos that he had no business in being in, but he would also maliciously steal songs from the artists that he signed. If a Bad Boy artist had a song that he thought was a hit, he would snatch the song, release it under his name, and list the artist who actually wrote it as a featured artist.
See. And while Diddy did this, you also, like, if we're going to be fair, we also have to understand that this is also the fault. Like, the artist also has to take accountability as well as to not paying attention, right? Because back in the day, it was really common for artists to sign just any deal. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted the fame, they wanted the cars, the money, the jewelry. You know what I'm saying? They wanted that, not really thinking about the long term, right? Not really thinking about, I get all this up front, but what am I going to have in the end? Like, what does my contract actually look like? What are the costs going to be? Just things of that nature. And so that's why, like, if you know the story with Young Dolph, that was the reason why he didn't want to sign to Gotti's label, because Young Dolph understood, like, I'm not signing to you just to make $1 million. I can make $1 million just off of myself. You know what I'm saying? And even now, like, some artists, you know, like if we think about a lot of these artists who actually went viral from either TikTok, somebody on TikTok, like TikTok kind of picking up this song, like that song, I'm a runner, I'm a track star. You know what I'm saying? Even some of these artists that kind of, again, got famous off of these viral videos, how, you know, in the beginning, if they didn't sign anybody, yes, they didn't have all the fancy stuff, but all of that money they would make from streaming, like whether it's YouTube videos they did themselves, all that money would be back in their pocket. And then the moment they signed to these record deals, yes, it sounds like it's great, but you're literally signing over all your IP, which is intellectual property, right? You're signing over your name to somebody who's now has control over you. Like, yeah, you may in the beginning have some type of creative control, but eventually that's their money and they're going to be able to tell you what they want you to do, unless you, in your contract, you simply say, no, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. And so when we think about some other people, like for instance Jason Weaver, I don't know if y'all, while he may not be known as a singer, he's still a star, right? And so if y'all heard the story with him, I swear it's a mosquito in here, when he did the Lion King movie, he told the story how his mom, you know, they were trying to just give some type of deal. Okay, we'll give you $1 million up front or something like that, right? But his mom was like, no, how about y'all give us $1 million, and every time y'all run this, every time y'all play this song, every time y'all hear my son in it, he gets a portion of it. So he talks about he always gets a check from that. You know what I'm saying? So, and even the situation with Michael Jordan, like again, Michael Jordan is not an artist, a music artist. Even with the story when he did the Nike deal, his mom stepped in and made sure that, no, you're not just going to give us $2 million. You're going to give us $2 million plus some profit sharing, plus every year, you know, just so they're paid. And so I think a lot of times people need to really take a step back and say, okay, what is the long game here, right? What is the long game? What am I really trying to accomplish? Am I trying to, because you got to think about it, right? Once you go viral, you're already viral, right? You're already viral. So the long game now becomes, how do I stay viral, or how do I stay popping? Like now, what are the next steps that I should be doing to stay popping? For instance, like the girl Cooking with Kaya, right? Cooking with Kaya, Cooking with Kaya. You know what I'm saying? She went viral. She ended up like doing some major things. She could have had her own cooking show, but somehow it got cloudy by what? I don't know, but it's almost like you have to take a moment to say, okay, because it's almost like you know when you're going to go viral. You know when you're going to go viral. So it's almost like while you're dreaming and manifesting when you're going to go viral, you should also have a plan. Like, okay, once I go viral, what are my next steps? Who should I be contacting? How do I can keep this momentum? Instead of like trying to compete or trying to prove to other people I'm viral, now let me go get the ice out chain, like getting all this stuff that doesn't matter. You invest into keeping yourself popping. Now, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Angie Martinez, but she actually interviewed Swally from Ray Schmurder. If y'all don't know what that means, I love drummer's ear. Swally, and he was talking about how they went viral. Now, if you know Swally, we never really hear about him in any drama. I mean, we heard about a little bit about the baby mama drama, but who doesn't have baby daddy, baby mama drama? But we really didn't hear any type of like, he's in trouble, he's doing drugs, he's got guns, he's beating on, like we didn't hear any of that because they was super focused. He even talks about that. He talks about he knew the moment, like he knew he was going to be somebody. He knew he was going to be somebody when that moment came. He didn't want to lose that. He didn't want to lose that. He didn't want to be distracted. And also shout out to him because his mama didn't play. You know what I'm saying? And so now he's like a household legend. Like Swally, he's living his best life. You know what I'm saying? And y'all should go check that interview out with Angie Martinez and Swally because he talks about that. Amazing. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie. Amazing. Shout out to him. Amazing. So anyway, yeah, so we like as artists, even on Beagle, like you gotta think about it, right? You might have your moment when you go viral, right? Like I've heard and I've seen stuff where I heard one girl say she ended up lining with one of the top streamers on here, and that's kind of how she got really known, right? Because you line up one of these top streamers and you get connected with them and they like you, then all of a sudden people are like checking you out, especially if you're consistent, checking you out. Let me go see what she got going on. But at the same time, the way you became viral, I feel like you should stay true to yourself, right? So, and what I mean by that, say for instance, I'm consistent. A lot of people, I get a lot of compliments about my background. I get a lot of compliments about my whole show, right? My whole live stream. So imagine me finally going viral and everybody all of a sudden coming over here, like every time I go live. The way I keep the longevity is I stay true to myself. So pretty much what I mean by that, if my live, when I went viral and people are trying to figure out who I am, and every time they see me, they consistently see me as this person, Stacey Michelle, fun, funny, just really nice, supportive, whatever they like to say. And I'm constantly like this. And then all of a sudden I go viral, then I become like this toxic person. It's like I'm not being true to myself. I'm not being true to myself. I'm not being true to myself because now I'm trying to go toxic to keep an audience that isn't my people anyway, right? When you're true to yourself, your people are naturally going to find you. You're naturally going to be successful because you're true to yourself. Because Beagle is so big, like I feel like you don't have to do too much. If that's who you are, you don't have to change for it to fit in. Just be yourself and be consistent and it'll come. But anyway, let's get back to this video because I can go on a tangent. So hold on, let me get back. Where's my mouse? There we go.
This not only skewed the fame and attention towards Diddy, but also divided the little royalty split that artists would have even smaller, making it that much harder for artists to recoup their advances. These predatory practices led to bad boy artists being in debt for literally decades and several of them speaking out about it.
Me and Puff was like, I felt like I did more than I got credit for, more than I got paid for.
The most vocal victim of Diddy's scheme was Mace. The Jacksonville, Florida-born rapper joined the Bad Boy roster in '96 after meeting Diddy in an Atlanta nightclub and rapping for him live on the spot. Diddy was allegedly so impressed that he signed Mace 3 days afterwards, giving him a $250,000 deal. Diddy then placed Mace on a bunch of high-profile projects and songs, quickly turning him into a star on the label. However, because of everything we spoke about before, Mace's stardom wasn't nearly as glamorous as the music videos made it seem.
Ooh, y'all, hold on, because I got to use a bathroom, so I'ma play some music for y'all.
They look in the mirror, they seeing the proof. We God's children just living what we destined to do. They may tell you a lot of things, but they don't have a clue. I said they tell you a lot of things, but it don't be the truth. It's why they hating all on our chocolate skin. Envious of our melanin. The love in our heart is evident. We love our life, live it till the end. Why they copy us and just play pretend? Through the struggle, we make excellence. God made us, so we heaven sent. It's the soul that lives within to let them know that black is beautiful, 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 black is beautiful. Let them know that black is beautiful, 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 black is beautiful. It's my message to the whole black community. Let's come together, love each other, all in unity. Peace and love's God's blessings sent through you and me. Kings and queens worth more than whips and jewelry. Let there be no distraction. We be the fashion, we be the peace, yes, we be the magic. We make the movement, we take the action. We be the truth, yes, we be the classic. Your soul is more than bad and bougie. You gotta know, my sister, your black is beauty, brother stable. and keep your balance too. Never fold, gotta let them know that black is beauty. Baby, hating all on our chocolate skin, envious of our melanin. The love in our heart is evident. We love our life, live it till the end. Why they copy us and just play pretend? Through the struggle, we make excellence. God made us, so we heaven sent. It's the soul that lives within to let them know that black is beautiful, 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 you listen, black is beautiful, 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 black is beautiful. Hating all on our chocolate.
Hold on. Whew. Okay. Man, when you gotta go, you gotta go. For real. Cause that coffee. Okay. I'm so glad I got this chair with these wheels on it. And I can spin around, but I don't have any room. It's a tight corner. I'm literally in a corner over here. So, can y'all hear me? I'm literally in a corner right here. So, all right. Anyway, what were we doing? We were talking about Diddy, and we're watching this video. Okay. And I honestly kind of want to just skip a little bit and get into like who actually, well, we all know, but it's just interesting to watch other people kind of do their commentaries on this. So here we go.
Today, it doesn't seem like the cleanup plan worked too well.
Song I've never heard before in my life ever, but I knew that it was God talking to me.
Despite the charitable move, it didn't fix the damage from the years of financial ruin he put his artists through. Some artists made it through okay, but others suffered deeply at the hands of Bad Boy. This is how it went. If you were profitable, you were okay, relatively speaking. If you weren't profitable or you weren't an outright star, you were worthless in Diddy's eyes, and he treated you accordingly. There's a ton of examples of this, but I'll list a few big ones, starting with Craig Mack. Craig was the first artist ever signed to Bad Boy. He and Diddy met outside a Manhattan nightclub, and Craig freestyled for him on the spot, instantly earning Diddy's respect. Diddy signed him to the roster in '94 and put out his first major single, Flavor in Your Ear. And the song was a hit. It reached #1 on the rap charts and #9 on the Billboard Hot 100 in an era where the East Coast wasn't making much noise at all. During those years, it was all the West Coast on the chart, and Craig finally broke that dry streak. Craig had a promising career in front of him after the success of his debut single, but everything stopped sharp for him when Biggie stepped into the scene. Biggie came out and right away overshadowed Craig Mack with his Ready to Die project. This album.
Here we go with the ads. Y'all, I got hot. But shout out to my fan and Bigo and the Pride, celebrating Pride.
Outperformed Craig like crazy, and Diddy took notice. Because of this, Diddy shelved Craig and started pouring all the label's resources into Big. Ever again. Quote, I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, Justin Combs Music, EMI, or Sony.
You, happy face. If you change your mind and get ready to do what I say, hit me, happy face. God bless Diddy. God is the greatest.
Goddamn.
This is your boss at your work sending you that email. What happens in real life to anyone else? Your boss gets fired. 6 months later, I was fired. I absolutely felt that I was fired for not participating.
Then in 2023, when Diddy offered her publishing back to try and clean up his image, it came with an NDA agreement saying that she could never speak bad on Diddy or any of his businesses ever again. Quote, I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, Justin Combs Music, EMI, or Sony ever in public. And the worst part is that the hush money was just a couple $100. A Made Me Nor article about the situation said, quote, the contract included the details of how much she would receive in royalties, claiming that Danity Kane members would only get between $800 to $900 despite the group's 2 platinum records under Bad Boy that garnered about $48 million. That is cheap as hell, bro. Like, god damn. It's so crazy what Diddy did to these artists, but out of all the tragic Bad Boy stories, it's hard to compare any of them to the sad fate of Shine.
I had nothing to do with in this club.
The Shine situation at Bad Boy was the true, raw definition of tragic. It was born from tragedy and ended in a world of pain. Shine is a Belize-born rapper who moved to Brooklyn as a child. He was discovered for his rap skills at a barbershop by DJ Clark Kent in '98, and he immediately passed the word on to Diddy. This was about a year after Big was murdered in LA.
Because I remember that. I remember that whole situation, like the award show, like all that, Jennifer Lopez being involved, like that was just a sad. And the fact that he actually took the fall and somebody telling you, oh, I got your back, you know, everything's going to be all right. And you have to spend time in jail for this. Because spending time in jail is life changing. It's either going to change your life for the good or for the worse. It's very life changing. Okay. And living in the free world is the true flex. Okay. Being free is the true flex. Yes, we may go through a lot, and yes, it's hard times, and yes, gas is $8 a gallon, whatever, but you're free. And even though people like to say, okay, yeah, we live in America, we're just free slaves, you're still free. You can get up and go to the bathroom. You can get up and turn the TV off. You can get up and go outside and scream, and you can take a shower when you want, hot water, privately, like free world. How they say? I can't do it unless I do it. I can only do it if I don't have the skills yet. Let's see. Let me see if I can get the camera to zoom out and then zoom in exactly when I do it. Now that'd be cool. Let's see. Let's see if we can. I guess not. Oh, I think I got it. I will be doing that. I will be editing that into one of my social media clips. Anyway, yeah, so the whole Diddy situation, this is just an old story, but it was just interesting just to see how many people were actually affected, how people are so easily bamboozled into thinking that, oh, this sounds like a good deal. Like they say, if it's too good to be true, then it probably isn't either legal or right, because nothing worth fighting for is easily obtained. Okay, unless you're just born with a silver spoon in your mouth, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, we all have to work for something. Even on Bigo, we are all working. We're up these hours. We're doing these PKs. We're up. So we're all working for something. So soon as this lottery, I think is this lottery over? Somebody, let's do speaking of PK, let's do a random PK. Let's see if we can get somebody in here to do a random PK. But before I do that, let me swap out. Hold on. Let me do something really quick. I wanted to swap it out because when I do the PKs, it looks a little weird because I have stuff going on. So let me just swap these views out so it doesn't look, the PK doesn't look too crazy when I'm PKing with them. But let's see if we can do a random PK. The only thing about these random PKs is this view, I am so not able to end the PK. All right, now let's see. There are some people who, let me put my glasses on so I can see. Some of my friends who may already be in a PK. I appreciate you for tapping the screen. Who's that tapping the screen? Thank you. Oh, Darkwing, 1998. Thank you so much. I ain't seen you in a while. Okay, let's see. Because I think it's saying whoever's on here is already live. So I'm trying to see who I can PK with that I'm friends with. Huh. Oh, too much smoke. Ooh, let's see. He might not. He might be the only the other party. It just said the other party is something. I think he's already in a PK. Because a lot of people, which I like, I think it's really good when you do PKs to kind of get your hours in. And I think he's already in a PK. I think that's what that said. Let me try it again. Bad boy. You make me feel so good. You really make me feel so good. Let me play that song while we wait. While I'm trying to look for a PK. Let's see. Bad boy. You make me feel so good. Make me feel so good. Let's see if this song comes up. Oh yeah, Feel So Good. I think it's by Mace. Let's see.
You ready, Mace? Party people in the place to be. It's about that time for us to. Yeah. What you know about going out? Head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Try and live it up. Rock jewel, bigger truck, piece all glittered up. Stick a kid, look at what? Jig with a cut, sip crisp, spit it up. Rock, get your nut till I can't get it up. I'm a big man, get this man home. I done hit everything from Cancun to Grand Tune. Why you stand on the wall, hand on your.
Okay, I'm trying to look for. He was just in here, but I don't see him right now.
Neck full of gold, but to my rose, wreck shows, collect those extra O's. By the heat, get the key to the Lex, the whole East, West, every state. Come on, bury the hate, millions. The only thing we in the heavy demand. Whether from the ex-friend, intellect, or things. Let's begin. Bring this BS to an end. Come on.
No, I think it's just finding people. You make me feel so good. You make me feel so good. You know you make me feel so good.
That's what we do. Come on.
I think. Oh, here we go. What it say? The other party does not accept invitations. Please invite. Oh, they don't. They gotta do not disturb. All right, so we just gonna do a random. Let's do a random.
Little kids see me way out in DC with a Z3 Chrome BBs. They want to.
Niggas keep on rolling back. Brody with a trying up on the
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I could barely see me.
Hold on, I'm gonna make it bigger so you can see me. Give me 1 second. Oh, he X'd out. He's like, I can barely see you. He's probably like, you got too much going on for me. You got too much going on for me, girl. They be scared. They be scared of this background and stuff. They be like, what's going on over there?
That's what we do.
Them randoms. What's up? How are you? You okay over there? Yeah. What you got going on? No. And then I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
That's fucking dope. That's fucking dope.
Now I be the cat that be hard to meet. Get from girls that used to hardly speak. Come on. That's what we do.
I was waiting for him to end that PK. Because I was like, damn, let me just like act like I'm non-existent so he can go away. It's the only thing about them random PKs. Like, oh my God, y'all. So anyway, I'm not even gonna force it. I'm not even going to force it. We're going to just go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and end this live because my hours are up. I appreciate everybody for coming in here, hanging out with me. Yes, for tapping the screen, sharing the live. Shout out to Joe Loft Riders. Joe Loft Riders. Shout out to CJ. What's up, Too Much Smoke? How are you doing? What do you got going over there? Are you can't be live if you're in my live. So I'll say let's line. But I'm actually ready to call it a night because it's been definitely a long night. So but I appreciate everybody coming in here. Y'all, I am definitely trying to do these hours. See what I wanna be, see what I wanna see. I'm glad today I did like 2.5 hours. Yesterday I did 3 hours. Yes, I'm calling it a night, baby. I'm calling it a night. He said, call it the night, girl. I'm calling it a night. Guess what, Too Much Smoke? I did find out where I'm going to go this weekend. So fingers crossed. Because I don't want to be home this weekend. You know, but if I have to be, I will, but I don't want to be. And y'all don't worry, I have a house sitter. I have people that come here and sit at the house when I go out. So I think they be having parties when I'm not here. But it's all good because I don't know, because everything is still clean and all that when I do come back home. So anyway, yeah, y'all, I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I had fun. I really did. I had a lot of fun. Y'all are fun. Everything is fun. You know, I'm trying to get it together. I will get it together eventually. If I am consistent, they said if you're consistent, they will come. Okay, so I'm going to definitely stay consistent so y'all can continue to come and come support your girl and show love and tap the screen and let everybody know, share a beam, do all that wonderful magical stuff. I appreciate y'all. In the meantime, thank you so much for loving on me today. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Everybody that came in and shared the screen, tap the screen, shared the live, whatever y'all did, and shared the beam. Y'all might help me. Y'all might help me be the next viral thing here on Bigo, because they're going to be like, damn, I like her setup. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely need more positivity out here in these Bigo streets. We need to spread love. You know what I'm saying? And all that goodness. So anyway, in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I definitely love the support. I will be talking to y'all later. Peace. Bye.